is Gospel in 5 minutes.
Greetings, Gospel in 5 minutes. My name is Chisveto. My acknowledgement goes to Pastor Seth Jinjika, who is our host. Today I'm here to present a message before you, which I have titled The Art of Receiving That Guarantees Your Elevation. Let us quickly get into our Bibles from the book of Matthew, chapter number 10, verse number 41. I shall read. He who receives and welcomes a prophet, because he is a prophet, will receive a prophet's reward. And he who receives a righteous man, because he is a righteous man, will receive a righteous man's reward. I want you to know this. Everything that is presented before you, which you receive, is meant to transform your life. But many have received, but they are not yet transformed. John chapter 1, verse number 11. He came unto his own, but his own did not receive him. You are receiving, but are you being transformed by what you are receiving? I want you to know this. You are not a result of what you receive, but you are a result of what you take out of what you receive. You are not a result of being under a great prophet, under a great pastor, under hearing a great preaching, but you are a result of what you take out of a great preaching. You must know this, that in the context of what we have read from the book of Matthew chapter number 10, verse number 41, it says, he that receives a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. Transformation in your life is not by the presence of a prophet, but it is in what you are taking from the presence of a prophet. You are not changed by what is presented before you, but you are changed by what you take out of what is presented before you. But now, in the art and science of receiving, I want you to understand this. In Greek, to receive means dexomai. Dexomai means to take by hand. Receiving in Greek can also mean lambano. Lambano means to take and not to let go. In the context of Matthew chapter number 10, verse number 41, to receive a prophet means to submit to a prophet's speaking, or to learn from a prophet's teaching, or to be ready to follow a prophet and be that prophet's companion. Now, Matthew is representing before us from chapter number 1, the commissioning of the apostles. They are released to the world to preach. And now Jesus is saying, he that receives a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. What the cities must understand is this: as these mighty men are coming with the power to raise the dead, with the power to heal the sick, with the power to transform lives, people are not changed because a prophet is announced, but people are changed because they've been able to understand and to follow the teachings of the prophet. Now, I want you to understand this. In receiving, number 1, you must have the right attitude of receiving. Genesis chapter number 18, verse number 1 to verse number 6. Abraham was seated under a tree. He saw 3 men passing. The right attitude was this: Abraham at his old age and his wife Sarah at 90. He saw the men, and Abraham understood that he was barren, and yet the right attitude of running towards the man. Imagine a 90-year-old man running. He fell before them. This attitude made Abraham to receive a child. Chapter 19 of Genesis, Lot seated by the gate of Sodom saw 3 men coming with a mission to destroy, but the way he received them made his household to be delivered. You must understand this. Joshua chapter number 2, verse number 6 16 and 17, Rahab, a prostitute, received the spies. In Joshua chapter 6, verse 17 to 23, Rahab's household was delivered. And when the walls of Jericho were destroyed, the walls crumbled down. But Rahab's house was on the Jura wall, but it did not fall. You must have the right attitude in receiving. And number 2, have the right gratitude. Fill your receptor with gratitude. You are surrounded by many destiny helpers, but you are not filled with gratitude. You must understand this. Luke chapter number 17, Jesus healed and delivered the 10 lepers, but only 1 leper returned unto Jesus. And Jesus said, where are the other 9? Jesus was concerned with their level of gratitude, because gratitude is a way to receive much that transforms your life. Number 3, you must have a capacity that is developed, the right gestures of receiving. As I am about to conclude my message, I want you to understand this. Receiving demands the right gestures. When something is given unto you, you stretch your hand. Stretching your hand is a way of a gesture. It's called an action that you are doing. It's a give and it shall be given unto you principle. You give a worm in order to receive a fish. I'm praying for you today. May the wisdom of receiving things be given unto you. May the language of gratitude fill your receptor now. As people with the right capacity to transform your life come before you, may God give you the wisdom to receive. May God transform your life. I declare upon your life today, you are being changed and you are being transformed. And I prophesy that your life will not be the same again. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. May the Lord bless you. And your life will not be the same again. God bless you.